Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our class. I am your instructor Adil Raza, and today we have to learn an SLO from grade 6 unit 9, and it's our SLO about oral communication. So let's find out what our SLO is and what we have to learn today in this SLO. So our competency for this SLO is oral communication. We will focus on the oral communication skills, and it's our lecture 4B, and the main topic of this SLO is listen and respond to questions. So let's go further. What the SLO is stating: the SLO states that listen to, view and respond to text for different purposes in a variety of contexts for enjoyment and understanding. So the SLO is mainly concerned with the listening to the different text and then responding to the different text, and also find out the different purposes of the text. So we have to listen number of text with different purposes, and we have to listen them carefully. Then according to our listening, with the understanding which we have made from the listening, we have to respond to those texts. So let's go further. I hope you guys have understand what the SLO is and what we have to focus in this SLO. Here is the brainstorming activity. So let's do brainstorm. What is the brainstorming prompt? Have you ever tried to respond any text? If yes, then how? So students, I hope you guys have ever listened to a story or a text, or we can say that a book in audio form. So when you have listened some story or some text or something which is in the audio form or in the, we can say that, oral form, how do you respond to that thing? You can respond to that thing orally. You can respond to that thing in we can say that in different manners. You can respond to that thing non-verbally through your expressions, and you can also respond to that thing in verbally, in oral manner. So in this lecture we will learn how to respond to different stories in a oral manner, in a verbal manner. And firstly we will find out what the different texts are. Why the texts are different? Because texts are, that's why different, because they has the different purposes. So what are the prime purposes of different texts which we have to listen or which we listen in normal day life? So there are a number of purposes which a text can possess. Text can have different purposes. First purpose, most of the time the purpose of the text is to inform or to entertain or to persuade or to explain or to convince. So such type of purpose which the different texts are possesses. So according to the purpose we have to listen the text. Firstly we have to identify what is the purpose of the text, because if the purpose of the text is to inform, so we have to focus on the information. If the purpose of the text is to entertain, then we listen that text differently. We listen it for the sake of entertainment, not for the sake of collecting the information. And if the purpose of the text is different, then our listening style will definitely change a little bit. So that's why the purpose of identification of the purpose of text is very important, to listen that text effectively and respond to that text effectively. Let's go further. Here, how to listen the text appropriately or effectively. When listening, you have to pay attention to what are the things which you have to focus on while listening. You have to focus on the speaker's tone. The speaker's tone most of the time will tell you about the purpose of the text, about the nature of the text. Either the text is serious or not, either the text is informational or not, the text is based on narrative or text is persuasive. So through the speaker's tone and expression, you can easily determine what is the purpose of the text and what your behavior has to be towards the text. Secondly, you have to focus on the main idea and key details which are presented in the text, because through identifying or understanding those key details, it will be very easy to you to respond that text. Thirdly, ask questions if you don't understand. So thirdly, what you have to do? You have to ask questions. If you are listening a text and you don't have clarify, you don't understand some points, so what you have to do? You have to ask questions without any hesitation, because this is how you can understand the text correctly. So let's go further. Here we have the slide which tells us about how to respond the text in an effective way. So we have identified that the purpose of text, we have listened the text effectively. Now it's time to respond according to our listening, according to our understanding of the text. So responding appropriately, by what you can do for the responding, for the sake of appropriate responding, firstly you have to ask questions or sharing your opinion. So you have to share your opinion if the speaker asks from you, or you have to give proper feedback which make himself clear that the listener is actually responding. Secondly, giving feedback. You have to give feedback that is relevant and respectful. So if you find anything important, you find anything informational, you have to respond respectively. You have to give the feedback that it was very important or something like that. Thirdly, connecting the text to your own experiences. So you can also respond to the text according to your experiences, like you have listened a text and you find out thing in the text about something, and you also have experienced same thing in past, or we can say that in the near present, in the present time. So what you can do, you can also share your experience in the form of response. So this is how you can respond to a number of text, and this will enlarge your we can say that the understanding and then your abilities to respond the text. So let's find out how to respond effectively. You have to use polite words and polite phrases, share your thoughts or feeling clearly. You don't have to use so much tough language, or we can say that so much flowery language. You just have to respond to the text in a clear language, simple language. That's why, for the sake of presenting your thoughts or feelings in a clear manner. Thirdly, you have to ask questions if you need more information. So you don't have to respond with misinformation, or we can say that with less information. If you want to know about something more, so you can ask from the speaker, and then after collecting your complete information, after knowing about the thing completely, then you can respond. So this is the correct way to responding different text which you can listen, or which you listened across your course. So let's go further. According to your understanding, I hope you guys have understand how to respond or listen the text in a correct manner, how to respond the text in an effective manner. So based on your understanding, this classroom activity is crafted. Go through it and attempt this activity according to the knowledge of the SLO. Let's go further. Here we have a simulation link. This simulation will also enlarge your understanding about understanding the text while listening and responding them effectively. Here we have a homework. The homework is also according to SLO, so kindly attempt this according to the skill which you have attained from this lecture. Let's go further. Here we have a resource pack. This resource pack will enlarge your understanding of the SLO. It will assist you to attain the SLOs in a better way. If you find any confusion, any doubt or any question about the SLO or about listening or responding to the text, you can ask in the comment section and ask from your teacher as well. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.